Okay, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the 20th March. I do apologize if you've ordered anything on the website in the last 24 hours. I've still got a bit of a cold, so took some green, but I'll get round to them as soon as I finish this broadcast. As usual, I'm going to go through the three little pigs in the live market. It's a free ebook, and you can get it over here on the website. The indicator I'm using today is the Three Little Pigs swing trade indicator here. I'm actually using a beta version at the moment, which is a new version, which I hope to make available soon, hopefully by the end of this month. So the old version is currently available on the website. Anybody that bought the indicator this year will get a copy of the new indicator, and it's a matter of choice as to whether you wish to use the old or the new. They both work, just some different features in each one. And lastly, I will cover this trend at the end of this broadcast. So, and this is the first week this year that we report that there's no open trades on three pigs. So we had a very good January. February we ended up giving a little bit of that back. Probably, I think, about 70% of our profits for the year we gave back in February, sadly. At the beginning of March, we made up for that and made some nice money. I think Aussie dollar is not a great example, but there were some great trades out there. Euro JPY was one of them, I know for sure. And many of us were in this trade here and made really great profits of 30% or so. So onto the update. As I say, not a lot to update because it's the first time this year I'm doing this broadcast on a Monday and we've got no open trades. And this is why. We can see here the weekly's down, daily's up, and the 4 hours up. So what we're waiting for here basically is for the daily and the 4 hour to roll over and come down, because we can see the weekly's way down here. So there's no chance of a long trade here for quite some time. So the only way we're going to get some action is for this to come down, roll over, and give us a short entry. And this is quite typical on a lot of the pairs. So here again, we can see on Euro GBP that we're down quite a lot, significantly on the weekly, away from the moving average. So we need this daily to roll over, the 4 hour to roll over, give us a signal, and then we'll take a short trade. And Euro JPY, we actually have the weekly and daily both down. So here's the weekly, here's the daily, and all we're waiting for now is the 4 hour to roll over. So if we get a signal here, looks like a most likely candidate for a trade this morning, possibly later in the day if we see some negative bearish action there. Onto Euro USD, similar story. We're down on the weekly, down on the daily, and we're still waiting here just for the 4 hour to roll over. Looks like it probably won't happen today. But if it does and we get the signal, then we'll take this short trade. So Euro JPY, Euro USD, quite a similar setup there. We're just waiting for the short trade. And likewise, bit of correlate, quite close to correlated at the moment, these three pairs, Euro JPY, Euro USD, and GBP USD. So you can see weekly, daily, similar patterns. And on the 4 hour, something similar as well. So waiting for a short signal here. And like with the 5 pairs we've already looked at this morning, basically there's not much chance of a long trade here, so we just have to hope for this to roll over and to give us a short entry. Onto the Canadian, this is been looking at. So the weekly's well up, the daily's down, 4 hours down. So what we're waiting for here is this to push on up now and see strength in USDCAD. Yellen's speech obviously had a great impact here on the markets. That's why we're not in any trades at the moment. So she kicked these trends out of sync just based on the word patience. and we just have to be patient here. Either we're going to be out of the markets for quite some time as we wait for all of our trends to get into sync, or we're going to see some continuation here as the market sort of dismisses the news. It always overreacts. So let's see what happens. We just have to wait now and see if we get the valid signal. So we need the daily and the weekly here, the daily and the 4 hour, just to turn up again, and we will take a long entry. USD Swiss, very similar story. This is the weekly, which is up, daily's down, and the 4 hours still down. So just need these both to show a bit of strength now. USDCAD and USD Swiss to show a bit of strength. USD JPY, I don't really need to say it, but I will. Here you go. Weekly overextended here away from the moving average, so no chance of a short trade here for us for quite some time. And daily's down and the 4 hours down, so we need these to show strength again, probably to push up to this above this 121 level, and then we'll get a new long entry and we'll take the trade. So at the moment, 8 currency pairs, no trades at all, and we're just sitting on our hands, basically waiting for those signals. Those of you using the new version of the indicator on the beta test, there's half a dozen of you. Obviously, this new confirmed trends only. If you set that to true, then obviously you will only get the valid signals when all the timeframes line up. And oh, sorry, I missed out on gold here. And gold is out of sync as well. So here's the weekly, still down. Possible chance it can move up this week. It would be quite a move if it did. But the likely thing is for a short entry here, for this to roll over and give a short entry. But potential on either side there, unlike most of the currency pairs where there's only potential for one direction. You know, gold here on the weekly, it can move this much in a week. So potential there for long entries and short, but most likely is a short entry with this rolling over here. Okay, on to no indicators. If you're watching this on YouTube after the event, there's a subscribe button down here now, I believe. So if you subscribe, you won't miss any of these videos. And likewise, up here, I believe there's going to be an information box where you can access the 3 pigs indicator and the no indicators trading strategy. Okay, so all change here as well, thanks to the word patience. So we were short here on GBP USD all the way down here. We moved our stop 3 times and stopped out last week into a long entry and 4% profit here based on 2% risk per trade. So 2 times our initial risk on this trade. Excuse me. We moved up, took the stop out, got taken into our subsequent long trade as we're always in. Came down. It looks like we've made a new low here. So if we push up, we'll move our stop a little bit here. If we come down, obviously we'll get triggered back into a short entry. So 4% profit realized last week there. Euro USD, we got a turnaround as well. This was quite a long trade. We've been in this trade since last year. So the end of last year, we took this entry here, moved our stop, I don't know how many times, maybe 7 or 8 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. So that we got stopped out here. That was 16 times our initial risk. So 8 times our initial risk, sorry. So a 16% return for those of you risking 2% per trade. And likewise, here's our long entry. Here's our high. We've made a new low in here. So if we can push up above this high, we're on the right side of the market and we can move our stop and basically eliminate most of the risk on this trade here. And if we don't see the strength here and the market's pushed back down, we'll get stopped out here and we'll be short again. As euro heads for that potential parity that everybody seems to be shaking their swords about. So shaking their spears, sorry. Euro JPY, this trade we've again we got stopped out. We were in this trade since last year. I moved our stop 6 times, I think it was, and stopped out here last week. We're long. similar to the euro, we made a new low here, and what we need now is just to see price move up here, and if we can break this high, the bulls are back in charge, and we'll move our stop to here. And obviously those of you this on the 15 can trade it on any time frame, but I recommend the 15 if you're going to look at it, because when you see moves like this happening on the 4-hour chart, it means by default that the 15-minute chart is going to be giving you some nice trading opportunities within these trends. And I'm happy to take long and short positions in here. So even if I'm short on Euro JPY, so for example here intraday on the 15, I can take a long position here and take some money while we're still short on the longer time frame. And on that note, thank you all for watching. Any questions, just contact me via the website, or just leave a comment in the YouTube video section below, assuming you're not watching this with me live. Thanks once again, and all the very best to all of you.